Day 565. So we reached midweek. Um, I'm not exactly in the same place now, but I got really annoyed up at work again over something that, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge deal. But human beings, you know what we're like. That we all have like kind of trigger points and certain things that wind us up more than others. But basically, and as ridiculous as this will sound, is essentially my the woman who's filling in as my manager, who used to be my manager but then got promoted, but is kind of my manager whilst my current one is off. She basically asked me because she gave me like assigned me a role on the system which allows me to do kind of additional checks on applications, which normally kind of managers do. I think I've mentioned this before. Um, and I can kind of claim for it, so I can get a little bit of extra pay. It's not much, but a little bit. Obviously, I've done it before plenty of times. I'm experienced. I know what I'm doing. So she asked if I'd be prepared to do it. It's like cool. So she pulled me aside to say two things. One, I think she's going to be off next week, so she's like, "Oh, if I could really rely on you for that, just to kind of help clear these applications. If you can be one of the people who's kind of a first point of contact if they need to go for like additional checks and stuff." So I was like, "Yeah, cool." Then the next one she said, "Oh, and you're not gonna like this." And already when she said that, I was like, "What?" So basically, her manager basically has said, "So right, we got the 1 week in, 1 week out thing. So, and it's two different systems that we use when we're working up at home. We use this system where everything is digitized, people's documents and stuff and all of that jazz. But obviously, I don't really work from home. I come in all weeks. Yeah, you got team A, team B. I'm team A, but I'm always in the office basically. So when I'm in the office, obviously I will come and sit amongst everyone else that's doing like the normal paper applications. Cool, not a problem. Um, Now, my manager did actually try to get me to say, "Oh yeah, look, I don't want you sitting here. I want you sitting in a different area." And I was like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh yeah, no, because people are distracting you and trying to get you to go to other places." And I've already had this conversation with her and said like, "Well, just don't get people to ask me to go to different places." Like, I don't mind people asking me, but I think my thing is when I get dragged to different departments, people often use me as a first port of call because I'm reliable and I never generally say no, which is my own fault. I have to hold my hands up for that. I don't mind being asked, but it's like if there are other people who can go, don't just always come to me. Like ask other people as well, right? But anyway, so she was saying that because there is a room for some people who work on that other system, right? It's a room downstairs, flipping dark and all, usually quite cold. And she was saying, "Oh yeah, this manager, yeah, he doesn't want you sitting in there. He wants you downstairs, in that room." It's like, why? It's like, oh, and then she tried to make up some kind of rubbish excuse. I'm not even sure if I fully believe her. I'm not even sure. And even if he did say that, like, I think this manager here, the one who used to be mine but isn't mine but is now mine, again, like, I've got a lot of time for her, but I also have a lot of issues with her because she'll often say stuff that isn't particularly true. She will quite often stick up for her staff, but then there are also times when she doesn't as well. And when it comes to authority figures, she can often be quite quick to back down as well, um, which is really frustrating. And honestly, it just wound me up. So I might just have to have a word with him. And things he's the type of person he doesn't really like confrontation. To be fair, not that I'm one of the least problematic members of staff, right? I really am, and I've literally turned this whole video into a rant about this one silly little thing. But need to get it off my chest. Better out than in, right? And I'm running out of time. Flip. 400, 565, I think. Um, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have a word with him. If I still have to go down, I might even get them to relinquish my thing because I'm feeling annoyed and yeah, I'm not looking to help these people out even more, and they're telling me to do nonsense. Anyways, haven't no account update. I haven't checked it. I'm annoyed, but yeah, we'll leave it there, man. Anyways, that's day 565. I will catch you tomorrow for day 566.